Hey, do you have a big graduation celebration upcoming, or maybe an end of the school year celebration upcoming? McAllister's Deli in Carbondale can handle that event. They bring their best to every event, from delivery and setup to big appetites and small details. McAllister's Deli in Carbondale has you covered. Go to mcallistersdeli.com/catering and let's stay connected. That's the official healthy choice option of Saluki Athletics, McAllister's Deli in Carbondale. I'm Connor Onion, your host of the Saluki Standards Podcast. We're talking Saluki Swim Dive this week. Mima Zaborska from Slovakia had a terrific freshman year in the pool for Jeff Hansen and Saluki Swim Dive. Already well decorated just 1 year into her time at SIU. She was named the department, this is all sport-wide, not just swimming, but the department female newcomer of the year for some of the things she did this season. She was the Missouri Valley freshman of the year in the pool and also broke SIU records in the 100 and the 200 breaststroke. And she didn't break that 200 breaststroke record just once. She broke it 3 times, and that included her swim at the MVC Championships. So off to a great start, doing great things in the classroom as well. Here's Mima Zaborska on the Saluki Standards Podcast. That was a big old grand introduction, Mima.
Awesome, thank you.
how's everything going for you?
It's awesome actually. I'm done with my freshman year here and it was really good. Swimming wise, also the school wise, I had really good start here, even with my classes and everything. So it's been fine.
Yeah, you had it sounded like you had a front-loaded finals week. You're already done as we're talking on Thursday. What's been the hardest class you've taken your freshman year?
I would say biology. My major is chemistry, but I hate biology, so I took it last semester and I was struggling a lot. I was working like a lot every week. We had so many assignments and that was crazy for me. But yeah, I got through it and now I'm happy that I'm done with it. For sure.
Have you guys already started some lab work or will that come later in your time?
So yeah, for my major class for chemistry, I've been taking a lab the whole semester and the previous one too. And since I'm like really interested in like lab work, I started working with the research lab group. So I'm doing labs in my free time. I don't actually have. So yeah, labs are my place to be and have fun.
Yeah. What's the most fun lab you've done? What's the most fun research you've gotten to do so far?
So now I'm in nanotechnology research of Dr. Colley, and we do like a whole bunch of stuff, but it's fun, like creating big, really helpful things from like little thingies that you can't even see. That's perfect.
Yeah, no doubt. You wanted to get into the swimming part of what you've done this year so far. Starting with some of the records that you've set here at SIU, the 200 breaststroke, not once, not twice, but 3 times you broke the SIU record, including at the MVC Championships. Take me inside that swim at the championships. When you touched the wall, did it feel like your fastest swim of the year?
Honestly, I don't know. I was pretty tired because it was the 3rd day, and since the 2 breast was my main event and everyone was expecting me to win it, I was like, okay, I have to work on this. So I was like checking around if I'm still first, which is like kind of hard to be put there and like be told to be first and just like handle the pressure. But yeah, it was awesome feeling because I actually proved that I am good at what am I doing, and I was just the feeling like winning and just touching the wall and seeing the time that you wanted to swim is like perfect.
How did you overcome some of that pressure you were feeling?
I was screaming a lot, actually. One of my friends from the team, she told me that it's like some psychological method or something. And when you scream, it like helps you relieve some endorphins, and that helps you to like cope with the stress. So I was screaming a lot. Yeah.
So you're literally in the locker room just screaming?
Actually, no, behind the blocks and just screaming, like, standing there waiting for the blow of the whistle and just screaming. With my teammates, they were screaming my name. I was just screaming like, you know.
Oh, that's funny. I missed that part of it.
Yeah. It was, it was really loud there, so you probably couldn't even hear. But yeah.
So
fun.
is that a pre-competition routine forever now? Are you going to scream before all your swims?
Probably, yeah. It's really helpful and I like it. So I feel more dangerous though. So it's like, it's helping me and also it's scaring the other girls. So I'm like, that's perfect actually. Yeah.
Well, before every podcast I record from now on, I'm going to scream before the guests.
Okay. You should do that.
What was it about the build-up process and the training that helped you get stronger as the year went on and break that 200 breaststroke record a couple of different times?
So I would say it was like really mentally hard since we were having lots of meets during the spring semester because we were like catching up. And our coach, as he used to say, we don't have time to waste practice time. So we're like having a dual meet on Friday, and then we had like really hard practice on Saturday. And I feel like that was the point that helped me the most because that was Sunday. No, it was actually on Friday, the last event. It was, just I was tired. Everyone was tired, but I was really tired. And that day I actually used everything I've learned through those really hard Saturdays practices, and all the tears I left in the pool. They just like probably helped me or something. I don't know, but yeah, like it helped me mentally. And we did like a lot of like swims and lifting and everything, so that all helped for sure.
You said there were some tears early. I mean, what did you learn in the early days, and what was challenging for you coming in as a first year?
Well, probably the most challenging thing was crossing the ocean and coming to totally new country. English is not my first language, neither my second. So it was like really stressful for me. I have a friend here, like he's from the same town. He's also a swimmer, Adam Chernek, and he actually kind of brought me here. But, I was always like my own girl, and I was like trying to get my own path here. So bless you.
Thank you.
So it was like, trying to build my own routine and just be so far from my family, and also the time difference. Like I couldn't call them whenever I wanted. I could, but I was trying not to. And yeah, that was really hard. And then like practices started, so I had like less time to be sad or like think about what I'm missing here. And I started enjoying like the whole process. Like from the start, it was more fun. Then it started to be like really hard because we're like doing a lot of work, and yeah, with all the like, restrictions, it was not easy. Like lifting with the mask, I've never done it before, and I hated it all the way through. Like that's crazy. And then like swimming those crazy kick sets that our head coach Jeff writes every day. That was really hard for me because I never used to like kick that much. So that was terrible. But yeah, now I really like to like, think about those times because it was like really exciting. We didn't know like what's ahead of us. We didn't even know if we're gonna have like the whole season or just like one more week, 2 more months, maybe, like it was really, really challenging to like get through that, through the insecurities. But it was fun. We were like enjoying every practice because we didn't know if we will get another one. So
Bud Light has created a seltzer so satisfying, it will have your taste buds going wild. Bud Light Seltzer is the official seltzer of Saluki Athletics. Now back to our conversation. I mean, you're in a foreign nation. You've got, as you mentioned, the COVID things kind of working against you. I mean, with all those things and being a freshman, not having competed at this level before, why do you think you were still able to succeed so early?
Because I had awesome coaches, awesome teammates, and also like all my friends around. They were like cheering on me the whole time. My family, for sure. Everything like, worked together and helped me to be there, like prepared and do my thing.
Specifically in the breaststroke, when did that become a strength of yours?
Oh, a long time ago, actually, maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah, I've been swimming for a long time, but my previous coach, because I transferred to different team during the high school, he have decided that I'm gonna be a breaststroker. So that started like maybe like 6, 7 years ago. Yeah.
So, I mean, was that something that you targeted initially, or was somebody pointing out to you like, hey, Mima, I think you could really thrive in this event?
That was actually my coach. He was like, okay, you're great in IM, but the breaststroke, it's like this saying, like breaststrokers always win the IM. So I was like, not bad, not good, but I was better in the breaststroke than other girls. So he have decided that we're gonna do this, and we did it, and we've been doing it since then. So yeah.
Versus doing a medley, how does the training change when you became focused on being a breaststroker?
Oh, all the sets became breaststroke. I didn't get a choice to do something else. That was from the start, that was really hard for me because I love to do everything. But then later on, like I got used to it. And here at SIU, we have like one special IM day every week. So that's like just special for IM and everyone, even like people who don't swim IM, they have to do it. So it's like different, but it's like really nice. Yeah.
So you get to go back to your old days a little bit when you have the IM
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Swimming for Jeff Hansen, you've mentioned some of the tough workouts he's written up for you. What's it like overall swimming for Jeff Hansen?
It's hard. Yeah, it's really hard sometimes, but he's an awesome coach. I really love him. He's like my second fighter, and he helps with anything you need. But also he can be like really strict, and it's just all for our best. I get it, but he's an awesome person and he's a great leader. So I believe that he's like the right person to be a head coach for like this huge team as we are, because we have so many people and just managing it all, that's crazy. Yeah.
You mentioned how Adam Chernik kind of helped you get over here, and he brought you, helped bring you over from Slovakia, his home country too. When did Coach Hansen first find out about you, and when did the relationship start between you two?
It was actually pretty late. It was around this time last year, because I actually signed for another team, but because of the COVID, they had to cancel the swim team. So I was looking for a new school, like literally last minute. And that time of the year, we had this national team camp, and Adam was there too. So, and he talked to me about like US and everything, how it works here. And I was like, Adam, okay, I have this problem. Like, could you please ask your coaches if they have like still like some free spots for me? And then like maybe 2 or 3 days later, we like had this call. We talked a little bit. So we actually didn't really bond before I came here because we didn't have time. But Probably like we became like a coach swimmer, like best friends, I would say, during the winter break, because I stayed here the whole winter break and it was just like few swimmers, so we could like talk more and like work more together, like just on my technique. It wasn't like about the whole team. So probably them.
Coach swimmer best friends. I like that.
Yeah, like you're spending so much time through the week with them. Back home it was much more than with my parents, so you have to like them to work with them, right?
Right. No doubt. No doubt. For people who haven't been to Slovakia that are listening to this, how would you describe your home country?
It's really small country, but really nice. We have really beautiful nature, and our language is really hard to learn. No one understands actually. It's really funny, but yeah, like if you love like sightseeing or just like hiking or whatever, there's like perfect country for you. And yeah, I'm from there, so if you like me, you should go and visit.
What's your favorite nature spot?
So I'm from this place. It's called Martin, and we have lots of like forests around. And I just love to like get lost there and just breathe the nature and just relax whenever. Where like if there are trees, I don't mind where it is. So
yeah. Have you wandered around at some of the parks in Carbondale here in Southern Illinois at all?
Yeah, a little bit. During the weekends when we had a little bit of time to and energy for sure after the practices. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not that much. It was now is the time to do that because the season is mostly over and school too. So planning on that.
What's your favorite spot down here to go?
My bed probably.
That's not nature.
Yeah. But sometimes it's just when I fell asleep, I see like trees and stuff. No, I don't know. Like we usually just go to Giant City and just like wander around.
Yeah, I hear you. You mentioned the language part of it too. When did you kind of start thinking that you wanted to learn English and maybe come over to the United States for college?
So back home, like our educational system like prepares us for like going out and like being able to communicate. So I started with English when I was maybe like 9, 10 years old. And about US, like that was my dream, like my whole life, because I saw other swimmers like leaving Slovakia and just like coming here and like being really successful. But I never thought like I actually could make it here, because it like felt like a huge thing, like making it here. But then we had junior worlds here in US when that was my freshman year summer, and I fell in love with it because it was at the university pool. I was like, I really want to be here. And then I started getting offers and stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's just work on this. And since then I was like working really hard on getting here.
Do you think back to some of those doubts now and think that was silly? Of course I could make it here.
Actually, no, I feel like maybe that helped me to, like work hard enough to get here. Because if I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be there for sure, like maybe I would just be like, okay, taking for granted and not working hard enough, and then maybe I would not be here. So
yeah. With that motivation from the past, now looking forward, you've had the successful freshman year. What motivates you to keep doing it and keep getting better your next 3 years here at SIU?
So I love swimming, and every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, I don't have to go to practice. It's nice, maybe like for 1 or 2 days, but then I really miss it. So, and like good results are always really nice to achieve, right? But you have to do something for that. So I usually like try to have some goals, like little ones, and then maybe like let them grow with how hard I work on them. So just, I love it. I love it a lot. I gave it my whole life. Like I started when I was 6, so I don't know anything else than swimming. So, and I'm really scared of like finishing my career. That's like really scary point in my life. So trying to make it as far as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, plenty more good times ahead, I'm sure.
Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, enjoy your next couple weeks here. Hopefully, July brings you back home, and then we'll see you in the fall again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this during finals week.
Have an awesome summer.
Yeah, you too. That's Mima Zaborska of SIU Swim and Dive here on the Saluki Standards podcast.